Who's shocked? I'm not. So I recently found out about a movie called Leave the World Behind, and you probably wouldn't have guessed this if you hadn't seen the title of the video, obviously, that it is produced by a company owned by Barack and Michael Obama. Yes, really, they have a film production company. I did not know that until yesterday, essentially. And I believe this movie went to Netflix, and if you're gonna ask, no, I'm not gonna watch it. Because, for this specific factor, is that it's a huge anti-white film. Because, of course it is, because the Obamas are some of the most racist pieces of shit on the face of the earth. And, because this is a similar instance to... I was curious if people were wanting me to watch that Amber Heard movie, In the Fire, just to kind of hate watch it, just to find an excuse to shit on Amber Heard, and... One, I don't really like finding excuses to shit on people because normally they give me a reason to do it anyway, so there's no point in finding extra reason to do so. I'll have plenty to say when I see Aquaman 2. But also because it was a giant anti-religious movie, because of fucking course it was. That's what people in Hollywood do. And this one, and no, I don't really know much about what the plot of the movie is. But several people I've talked to and some who've even have seen the movie told me, stay the fuck away, it's a giant anti-white film. And audiences have rejected this movie. Now, of course, the critics, who are woke pieces of trash, just like the people who made this movie, gave the movie a 75% critic score. But if you still trust Rotten Tomato critic scores, you have to be an idiot at this point. And that was also the final nail in the coffin for Percy Jackson having like 96%, which tells me which once again tells me the show is going to be terrible. But the audience score is usually the one I look at, and even that is kind of iffy at times because I usually just see, because that one is just the general public, but there can also be bots that kind of try to boost a score or tank a score. And I haven't looked at IMDb. It's at 6.6. Is the face rating. Down here, this is what the score is with the unweighted measure. I'm guessing it's lower, but if it's not, I would be shocked. Because I would be shocked if IMDb is actually lowering that score. Because it's never the same. My guess is at 6.6. I'm going to guess it's probably high 4 to low 5. That's where I'm guessing. But back to... Rotten Tomatoes audience score off of several thousand reviews and ratings, this is sitting at a 34%, and that tells you all you need to know. And again, just because a movie has a low score, like a bunch of people didn't like the movie, or critics didn't like the movie, or they did like a movie, it doesn't mean anything to me. I go against the grain all the time. For God's sake, Across the Spider-Verse has like 96% critic score and like 94 audience score, and I thought that was trash. So, those don't really mean anything, but this does show me one thing, especially when you see scores for, like, Sound of Freedom, which, again, the critics tried to tank with, like, 57%, and the audiences are at, like, 98 or 99. It was at 99 for a while. It might have gone to 98, but that's neither here nor there. And then a recent actual religious movie called The Shift, which is a modern kind of multiverse-like take on The Job, which is obviously a Christian story. And I haven't seen it yet, because I don't have time to go to a theater to see something like that. I'm seeing some bigger movies that have come out first, and then I'll get to it. Or maybe it'll be on a Everything I Missed video, because there's plenty I missed and that I need to catch up on, like I did last year, so it'll probably be there. And that has, like, 34% critic score, but the audience score is up at, like, 87. So you can tell where the critics' priorities are at, and you can tell where the audience's priorities are at. Critics are desperate to tank religious movies or anti-woke films, and they're desperate to boost any kind of racist schlock like this that hates white people, hates conservatives, hates anybody who doesn't agree with their politics. And you know what, hell, there's probably plenty of white people that actually agree with their politics, but they don't like them either because, well, they're white, and the Obamas are who produced this movie, and I honestly wouldn't be shocked if you told me they came up with the movie, are some of the most racist motherfuckers on the face of the earth. So, yeah, that's really all I got for this. Obviously don't watch this movie, but if you have, let me know just how bad it really is or how anti-white it really is. And I just love that audiences are finally waking up to this shit and calling it out and rejecting it. So that's all I got, and I'll see you next time.